I don't know where my chat is. I don't know where the chat went, what's going on, but it's not here. So I need to refresh this because it's gone or it never showed up. There we go. And we're also going to look to see what's happening on Twitter. I should be live on Twitter. You always got to make sure. Refresh. Yeah, we got 17 people that are here. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to be talking about all different types of things. Over here, we're going to be talking about, you know, more utility plays, more meme plays, just everything. Everything people really want to talk about. Let me go ahead and post things I need to post though. First, I got to edit this because that's not correct. And edit the thumbnail, and then we'll be good. Then we can be off to the races whenever I find where that thumbnail is. I canceled. Perfect. Canceled it. It's just what I needed to do. Tell you what I am is starving. Pretty hungry. All right, saving. Now we're good. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit the little heart on Twitter, and, hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Good morning, everybody. We got 3 likes, 15 people that are here, and then we have 14 people that are over on X. Thank you guys for watching here today. The crypto market was a little bit, iffy during the weekend. We did see maybe a little bit of a push, a little bit of movement up from at least we're not at the $1.5 billion market cap anymore. You know what I mean? We're up in like the 1.6, and anything could happen. We could see a pullback. And honestly, I do believe that we will see, this come back to the 200 EMA overall. It looks like everything else really has kind of done that, has come back to the 200 EMA. But when you see Bitcoin, it has not come back yet to that point. So that's something that you always have to account for. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Because if we look at, let me go over to Margex really quick. Because if we go and look at Margex and we break down kind of the bigger picture of things, we zoom out, right? We're gonna see that yes, it still didn't get down to this 200 EMA. While it is picking back up, I eventually do believe that it will find a way to kind of come back and then we'll bounce, but it will be a consistent move. I don't know if we'll see this continuation of this touch point continue to touch the this trend line, which would honestly suck because coming down to this trend line now would mean that you're coming down to about $30,000. Coming down to the 200 EMA would be somewhere around, the 35. However, I do believe it's going to come down on this angle and then hit to $40,000 eventually. But that may be throughout time. We might see it slowly start to trickle down because there's no real big news that's happening right now. It's mainly around, you see the ETF, you see adoption, you see the SEC versus Coinbase, the SEC versus Ripple. So you see all of that, but it's no major news that really comes out of it right now. Slap and tickle that like button on the way in. Do whatever you want as long as it's blue or gray, whatever you're if you have dark mode or light mode on. Byte has a space at 8. Matt, you can listen to it later to learn more about it. It's about to run, bro. Watch. I don't disagree with you. I think isn't that a meme play? It's nothing really more than that. And I'm not saying like that in a bad thing. Not at all, because there are plenty of different meme plays that run pretty far as well. I'm not saying that at all in any type of bad way or negative way. I'm sure it does have a lot of potential, but I don't know how much you can really learn about it if it is just a meme play there. Which again, not a bad thing, not a bad thing at all. It may have a ton of potential, and I've already seen a lot of people that are talking about it. So yeah, morning later, like today should be recorded. It's hosted by Polynex. That's great. Hey Matt, when do you think we may see 20 cents on Jasmine coin? So I'm pushing for 20 cents. Um, I want to see it throughout this year. I want to see 20 cents. Because obviously, we're taking these steps, these baby steps up to a level of even getting to a 2 cent mark, which would be $1 billion market cap. Like you need to, baby step your way up there. I do believe Jasmine Coin will see that push eventually to, that $1 billion or close to that $1 billion, which you probably will see a little bit of resistance. I don't think you'll see major resistances from 1 cent. We've already kind of seen that. So I don't think you'll see a major resistance or a major pullback. But around the $1 billion mark, I do believe that we will see something. But it will be baby steps, right? I just posted on Twitter, and I thought, this was good. I just posted on Twitter that everybody's expecting cryptocurrency overall to have a straight line from 1 trillion to 30 trillion, and it's never that way. To see that, even something that's on the smaller scale, where you see Jasmine coin, that's at hundreds of millions, you're looking for it to go from 100 million straight to 50 million, and it's never that straight line to get there. You see so much fluctuation, you see so many resistances, and I'm pushing for it this year. That's what I would like to see, which would be a $10 billion market cap. But we'll see. How much would you say you have invested in crypto overall? Probably somewhere close to, it's over 60. I know it's over 60, but it's probably close to, like getting closer and closer to 70 because I have invested quite a bit recently. The only thing is that some of those plays have come down. Like Grok for me has come down to from a level of $6,000 or $5,000, 5,500, down to like 3,500, or currently down to, what is that, 40% of a penny? I don't think I'm logged into. I have two Margexes up, and I don't have any coin market cap up. Let me go ahead and bring coin market cap up. I believe it's down to like 40% of a penny, but it has, technically you can say it's up to 40% of a penny because it was down to like 30% of a penny at one point. And now you're seeing Grok. Let me go to my watch list. Now you're seeing Grok that's down to about a 40% of a penny, 39%. So it's at a $4,000 mark. So it has come down from the amount that I technically have invested in there. So I would say I'm closer to getting closer to 70. So between 60 and 70. I've been doing a breakdown on some of the most popular YouTubers, you included, and their portfolios and holdings. Well, that's great. That's fantastic. What do you mean a breakdown? As in like seeing everything that you do have in their portfolio and you're comparing it to others that have, so then you see what's most held. That's honestly not a bad strategy. If you were looking to implement that into your strategy, it would be better than you following one YouTuber. It's you understanding what people are investing into most, especially people that talk about crypto. What are people investing into most, and how you can make that move as well. That's honestly not a bad strategy. It is a way of following, but not as aggressive as like, oh, well, this person's buying this, so I'm just going to buy it. And I don't care what their strategy is, I'm just going to buy it. It's like this has a strategy behind it because you now are understanding what are the most popular, most talked about cryptocurrencies to get into, which could provide a strategy. It's never going to have a selling strategy for it. You have to build that. Guys, we have 72 people that are on YouTube and we have 14 likes. So if we could get to like 35 likes, I would appreciate it. And we have 12 people that are over on X. We're getting there on the likes as well. Feel free to hit that like button. I think the ratio is a little bit better there because we got 12 viewers and we got 7 likes there. So a little bit over 50% of the viewers for likes. And now we're down to 5 viewers. So 5 viewers and 7 likes, which is over 100%. So that's fantastic. And then on Rumble, we have 2 likes right now with 10 people watching. So yeah, let's exactly what I'm seeing. We're overlapping is seeing what the others also like and seeing their perspective. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and look at first everything that's on my watch list, anything that is moving or not moving within the watch list. Looks like Caspa's down about 2%. We're seeing Bonk that's down by 4%. The only thing that's really positive, or a couple of things that are positive, are ARK. ARK is at 5% or 6%. You're seeing Jasmine coin that's now at 1%. Kronos is also up at 1.2%. Harvest Finance is up 1.8%, but Grok is down by 5%. Elmo down by 1.4%. Lucky's is slightly down, but that has moved recently, which is great to see that movement. I want to see them succeed so much. I really do. Not only for my benefit, but also for the sake of good people everywhere. You know what I mean? People invest into people create plays, and sometimes those people that create plays are not good people, and eventually they're mainly just looking for their own bag to be secured and all of that. This is not the case, right? You know, they're using their own money in order to do that. They're funding it all themselves, and it's not to say that they have a crazy amount of money. There's a lot of others that have raised a lot of money in order to launch. They haven't really done that, right? And they're able to, you know, grow, consistently grow and hit certain levels. So I'll support them as long as they're as transparent as they were in the beginning, as long as they're loving what they're building. And you know, we're seeing that level where it's not at an $80,000 market cap anymore. It's at a $516,000 market cap. And you never know when something is going to catch fire and start to trend. And I hope that that becomes the case for them and they really, really blow up, because I want to support them along the way. So far, I've noticed most YouTubers like these altcoins. Others included GRT, RNDR, ADA, CRO, Algo, XLM, XRP, Gala, Matic, AVAX, ICP, Link, and FET. So there's a lot of, or a couple of what's called AI coins that are in there. Yeah, AI is definitely kind of all the rage right now, and it probably will be throughout the bull market. Just like MetaMask, Metaverse was all of the like rage back then, and I think it still has a place right now. But yeah, you forgot Soul. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of people that are talking about Soul. They're talking about Soul meme coins, but nobody's really talking about Soul themselves. I feel like there's a couple of YouTubers that are talking about it that mention it from time to time. I have Soul, but I hardly mention it. And it's not that it doesn't have the popularity. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's like expected that it's going to run. And it only really gets mentioned when you have something that's part of Soul that runs, like Bonk or Dog with Cat or you know, Ponky or Honk or whatever, right? There's just a lot of different plays that are meme plays or like popular plays on the Solana chain, but Solana hasn't really been mentioned that much. I have money invested into Solana, not only on like, you know, regularly invested, but also through my Margex account. I think I have like something invested into Sol. So I have a couple of these where right here I'm invested. The asset that I'm invested into is Sol, but I'm using AVAX in order to invest into it. And then you're going to see, I believe I have another one. Maybe I don't. I thought I had another one. But yeah, I have that one that's sitting, you know, at a 28% gain and all that, and currently sitting at, I guess the lowest point would be a $72 less than $72, but still, you know, I'm invested into Sol. I am invested into Sol over on my Coinbase wallet. So Caspa too. Yeah, Caspa is definitely a popular play, and a lot of people do have it. And it also goes by, hopefully you're going outside your comfort zone and not just looking at YouTubers that you watch, but also YouTubers just across the board. Let's look at the crypto market. Let's go back here. Here's crypto market. I want to bring this all the way over here. So bring this over here. Here's a crypto market. It's currently down about 0.17%. That's what we're seeing right now. Sometimes it takes a while to update. Bitcoin's dominant, still around 50 or 51% right now. We're seeing Bitcoin that's down by 0.4%, still about 42, which is great to see that, $42,000. Ethereum at 2,200, approaching the 2,300 mark. BNB that's still sitting around 308, which is definitely good. I don't know how my BNB position got liquidated. I really don't know how, because it didn't go that low. And yeah, I was a little bit weirded out by that, but my Margex position for BNB got liquidated as it did, approach the 290 level or something like that. Solana is sitting around that $100 price point. It's at $97.39. XRP is closing in on 53 cents. Cardano, 48 cents. Hopefully my Grok position blows up before that blows up so that I can throw more money back in there. Did you get the $5,000 you asked me for in your last video comments, Matt? Pat Murphy, I know you're joking. You got to be joking. I've seen you come here before and throw some information there that may have not been true. Yeah, nobody fall for any scams that are in the comment sections. That's why I don't really respond as much. I try to respond, but I see all of the spam comments and scam comments. I'm like, you know what? I don't want them to get confused. Anyways, we're seeing Avalanche that's at $34.91. It's down about 2.8%. If you don't know, I've been investing money into Avalanche. Well, technically, I've been trading for gains and getting Avalanche in return, just like I have over here for this Sol position. Again, I invested 9.6. And currently I could take 9.6 and I could also take the extra that I have on top of that, which would be $117 here. And I'm waiting for that to move up to about 150. If it shows a lot of push above 150, then I probably will, see that further through. But I think that's still an amazing level to get to by seeing that 300+% up and turning that 9 into, 27 or so, and being able to send that over to Coinbase and holding AVAX. That's kind of what I'm looking for within those plays. I could look for a lot further and see that push a lot more, but we'll see how this plays out. I might end up investing a little bit more today, and we'll see how that does go. I have any positions that I don't really want to hold a crazy amount of. I've been investing those. Like I invested Litecoin. And I held Litecoin before, but I invested 1.5 Litecoin at a 10x, and hopefully, we can gain a decent amount of Litecoin here from it. But again, I'm not looking to hold a ton of Litecoin, so if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if I still do see that Litecoin can run quite a bit to way higher figures, especially back to where it was at like $400 or so, meaning that if I have 10, that'll be $4,000 that I have there. But currently I think it's like $100 for Litecoin, less than that. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little bit less. Where is Litecoin? Let's check it out. Litecoin's at $67. So yeah, hopefully Shiba Inu ends up running. I make a decent amount from that. You never really know. I should actually put some money into Caspa. I don't know if I have. I think I have one position in Caspa right now. Maybe not. I think it got liquidated. Where are we currently standing with Caspa? We're standing at about, 10 cents? Where was Caspa? I thought it was somewhere around here. There it is. So 10 cents, 10.3, 10.4 cents. So yeah, I might end up throwing a play on that soon. What's up? Let's go, Myro. Get ready. Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of Myro as well, and I'm thinking like what I like to do with these meme plays is I'll throw some into like kind of get my foot in the door, and then see what starts to kind of catch even more traction, and then throw a little bit more money in there and see how that really pushes. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes um, for Myro, and I've been tempted to throw a little bit more into that. I think I have $200. That's the most that I have into one play for Solana meme coins right now. And give me a second. So yeah, I have about $204 in Myro, and then I have. Let me move my head out the way. This way. This way. Um, actually, just let me move me. I hate how it just pops up right there. I have $204 in Myro. I have 194 in Bonk. I have 194 in Solana. I have Honk. I have Ponky. I have Ethereum, and I will continue to add more and more to this wallet to see what I can gain there within those plays. Again, I like to put my foot in the door, and then if I see an opportunity a little bit further, I will invest more. You know what I haven't looked into in a while? And I looked at it yesterday, but I haven't talked about it on stream in a while. Let me move my body really quick. What I haven't talked about in a while was my Kraken portfolio. I haven't looked at my Kraken portfolio on stream in quite some time. So let me go ahead and um, sign in really quick. And actually, I don't know what my password is. Don't think that's it. No, that's not it. Um, all right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so my Kraken portfolio is down over the last month. It's down by 9%. This is the first time that I've seen it actually down, but we're still at a level where we have over doubled what we put into it. So we're at $1,200.58, but in the last month it has decreased down from $1,362 down to these low levels of 1,190, or sorry, 1,130. I can hardly see that. Let me go ahead and increase the size because I got a lot of space on this computer over here. Because this monitor is absolutely huge. I would love to get 3 of these monitors. If I can get 3 of these monitors, I should write it off as an expense, a business expense, and that would be phenomenal. Because this monitor was $200, and it is probably the best. It's the best monitor that I have. The other monitor that I have is really long, so that would be good to kind of maybe find a way to turn it if I could, and make it long there, and then have 3 of these monitors sitting here. That would be fantastic. But either way, we have 3 great monitors that are already here. But currently, I'm sitting at $1,257 right now. Wait, 1,257 cents. We're seeing my Celestia position. That's still the highest position at $87.83. I've taken profit on that 2 or 3 times. So I'm kind of sitting on the 5 TIA that I do have. I don't know exactly what it will be worth. Hopefully it'll be worth a hell of a lot more than where we stand. If we look at OMG, OMG is sitting at $57.52. I have 87 of this position. I expect to have more of this. I expect this to push up to $20+, if not maybe even further than that, for OMG Network, and it's currently sitting at 66 cents. So yeah, that's definitely a play that I keep in my back pocket there, because I feel like OMG, it has no dilution within the position, but then also has the hype and the push to it. It's not on Coinbase anymore, or not available on Coinbase anymore, but still available on Kraken, and still available on a lot of other places. Anchor, another play that's sitting at $39. I don't like the fact that Kraken doesn't show you like how much you're up on individual positions. Like if it shows you overall, kind of like what Coinbase does, even if they can't accurately track it as you send it into it, still just do what you can to show us how much you're up on that position. Because the only way to check that if I'm up on a play, like Sidecoin, the only way to check if I'm up on a play is to go here and see how much I invested. You know, if I invested $10 into it and I'm sitting at $27, then that means that, you know, I'm up, you know, 170%, right? So I'm up quite a bit, right, on that play. But I don't have any breakdown to tell me exactly how much I'm up, which honestly sucks. I think Kraken Pro does show you like how much you're up on the day, but it doesn't show you how much you're up like throughout time, which is something that I want to see overall to see what's moving the most and what's the highest percentage, right? God, that is small text. Why is that text so small? Increase the size of that because that's ridiculous. But yeah, I think Coinbase Pro does something. So yeah, they do 24 hours, and I think you can edit it. No, well, table setting. Give me a second. Let me see if I can do table setting, table settings. No, it doesn't let me do it. Yeah, so it only does. Wait. Yeah, it only does what's happening within the last 24 hours, which is honestly beneficial to be able to see that and see that Bricks is up 22%. See that storage is up 13%. Mirror Protocol is up 11%. MXC, that I've been down on this position for pretty much the whole entire time. But estimated value is $5, so I guess it has picked back up a little bit. But I'm now currently up on the play because I invested $5 into it. But yeah, I wish they had a better way of looking at this. And if you honestly have a better, I could probably look at it maybe on like one of those viewing sites, possibly, but I'm not 100% sure. Ugh. My nose is stuffed, man. Of course it's gonna be that way because of the weather. The weather is like weird. Um, it was like seemed like it was below freezing with like 7, 10, however many inches of snow. And now all the snow is gone, and it was 60 degrees, and I was like, what's going on here? Click the like button. Yeah, Joey Rez, thank you for being here. Good morning to you as well. I probably won't be on here for long, or maybe I will. I might stay for a while and have Hayden, you know, just watch whatever she wants to watch in the background. But I always like to spend time with her and do stuff, and yeah. If you didn't get into the when airdrop, sorry, probably a goodbye now. Before the burn and the CEX incoming. What are you talking about? Um, Phantom, of course. That's what you're talking about. Which wallet are you using for Solana plays? I'm using Coinbase wallet for my Solana plays. Make sure that if you're sending Solana to Coinbase wallet, right? From Coinbase, you're gonna get Wrap Coinbase. Sorry, not Wrap Coinbase. You're gonna get Wrap Solana. So you're not gonna be able to actually trade. It was weird for me because it said I had Solana, but it wasn't truly Solana, right? So I wasn't able to trade anything because it said that I needed Solana for the fees, even though it was like 0.0005 or something, like really, really low. So I then traded from, if you're going to trade Solana, trade it from crypto.com over to, Coinbase wallet, even though you're going to pay a fee, you're going to pay a decent size, fee because of the spread. So just do it that way. That's the way that I've done it. And I sent my regular Solana or Solana that I bought over from Coinbase. And then I also sent one Solana from crypto.com. So that helped me. But yeah, I've been using Coinbase wallet. So as you can see here, which is right above my head, about 77 or $788 in my Coinbase wallet, and that ranges from not just Solana but also other plays, which I have Ethereum in there, and most of the other ones are Solana, right? This is Solana, obviously Solana, and then Ethereum. So I will continue to add to this wallet because obviously like Coinbase wallet, but I just never really funded it too much because I was always so used to MetaMask. Thoughts on Anchor? I can't find anyone talking about this project. I like it. I've been in that play for a while, and I was even in that play when it ran up to 20 cents, and I think it has so much more potential to grow a lot further than that. With a 10 billion total token supply, and the movement up to, $1 billion market cap or multiple $1 billion market cap. It was like a $2 billion market cap. That's phenomenal, right? I'm I believe in where it can go, especially having the S tier exchanges available, having the ability to purchase it basically everywhere. I think the popularity is going to catch up with it, and that price is going to skyrocket. That's what I believe. But again, it's just my personal belief in that play. And I've made maybe 1, 2 videos about it. I think they were on the Matthew Perry 2 channel, but still made one. Crypto commercials during Super Bowl. We might see some buying the next few weeks. Yeah, I think people are maybe going to start. Depends how effective those commercials are. You never know. You ever consider cold storage? I have considered cold storage. I just never. The problem is that a lot of what I hold is going to be liquid. But there is going to be a portion of it to where I do have like my forever cryptocurrencies, and that's what I'm trying to kind of build up. And um, once I kind of build that up, that's when I'll basically say, this is my forever amount. I'm going to put this into, cold storage, or I'm going to set it and forget it, right? Never touch it. Just let it be what it's going to be. And then that's only when I confirm that everything that I have short term is going to make maybe multiple millions of dollars, or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then that's where we can set up all of that other stuff. I was a little bit disappointed. I know this isn't really the topic we're talking about. I was a little bit disappointed with the playoff games this weekend, both of them. Like honestly, I was very, very disappointed. It was just like I wanted to see the Lions. I wanted to see the Lions win. I could care less about the 49ers. I really could. I wanted to see I wanted to see the Lions win this game, but I wanted to see the Ravens win overall. I feel like Lamar deserved it, but Lamar Jackson played horrible. He was trying to be he was trying to be a pocket passer the whole time. And he was trying to prove people wrong and go, hey, you know what? I can be a pocket passer. No, you can. You can. Don't get me wrong. He got a good arm, but when they take away, like there's two sides to it, right? You can be a great passer, but if you have DBs that are covering the hell out of your receivers, there's no other, like you have to win. So run. It was like 3rd and 2, and he has 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds back in the pocket. And I'm like, just run for it. And he ends up getting sacked. And I'm like, come on, man. It's crazy. Just run the ball. Like, if they don't give you any other options, use your feet. Why should Patrick Mahomes be able to be? He can't be criticized for running the ball, and he ran more than Lamar Jackson did. It's like crazy. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. Um, but he did it to himself, and maybe they put that in his head where it was like, you can't be a pocket passer, and he was like, yes I can, I'm gonna beat you with my arm. And it seemed like every time he was just waiting back there, waiting and waiting and waiting for them to get open, breaking tackles in order for them to get open when he could just run for the first down. He got the legs. So I don't know, it bothered me, and I wanted to talk about it. I know I don't talk about sports much, and I would love to have like a sports channel to talk about it, but I don't feel like I would have enough content or time to do that as well. Lamar's a great running back and a terrible passer. I don't think he's a terrible passer. I think he's a good passer. It's just if the receivers are covered, the receivers are covered. Use your legs. Like I've seen him, he has a good arm on him and he has good accuracy. It's just if your receivers are covered, move on. You're talking a foreign language to me. Yeah. That's the same thing with my wife actually. She's like, I'll start talking football or even actually crypto. I talk crypto or I'll talk football, and she's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. There are people on the field. I got that. I got that. You're a receiver and that the quarterback passes to you. Yeah, got it. But everything else, no, I don't understand. I totally understand that. What about April? Oh, when someone asked a question, is there crypto sports betting? So there is sports betting, and you can get crypto from sports betting, but I don't know if there's crypto sports betting where you're using it. I believe they have something where there's a crypto, a gambling crypto or something like that. Justin Sun is now the top two holder of Byte. I guess that's good. Is that a good thing? That somebody's holding a lot. The the Lamar pass and tip ball, and he came back and caught it. That was hard. Yeah, absolutely. I saw that. I was like, what? If he would have like scored on that, it would have been even better. But I mean, just catching it yourself. I've seen that only done once before, but it was for a touchdown, and it was also, I think it was a Hail Mary to the Jags, and technically that wasn't the same thing, but he threw it up and it got tipped to a receiver that was in front of them, and they scored and it ended up winning the game because of that. Um, and the call on the announcement was just fantastic. But yeah, that was definitely to tip it and go after it. Like they said, they were like 99% of the time that ball is intercepted, and to see Lamar see it get tipped, see it up in the air, and go and catch it and not get popped in the process was good. Not here for football, Matt. I know. It. Sorry, I apologize. I like to throw things in there and mix it up a little bit. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two about football. Or maybe you already know about football and you're just like, I don't care. Yeah, like using it to gain more crypto. Yeah, I think you can bet on sports and get cryptocurrency in the process. Like my brother bets on sports, and he was telling me, he was like, I don't know. He was like, they keep telling me to I can get my winnings in BTC. And they was like, he was like, I don't know how to do that. And I had to teach him, how to do that and understand, wallet addresses and all of that stuff. But I think he's got it. 10%, not 10 yards. I'm here for Matt. I like sports and gaming conversations. Yeah, that's what it's about, right? Yes, you're here for cryptocurrency overall, but I do like having. I would love to have just like a popular live stream where we talk about anything, not just cryptocurrency, but absolutely anything. I would love to have that, but I don't know how to grab attention um, on the thumbnail wise as well as um, the title wise if we're just talking about random things. Not being a hater, I'm listening. Talk away. No, you're good. You're good. I understand why people are here. I mean, we're here to talk about how people are going to become crypto millionaires. And I believe people are going to become crypto millionaires. People are going to make a lot of money from crypto, and you're going to have the opportunity. It's not to say it's a guarantee that you will be there. It's to say it's a guarantee that you all have the opportunity. Every single person has the opportunity to become a crypto millionaire as you invest into crypto. If you don't invest into it, you don't have the opportunity. But technically, you can say you still have the opportunity if it's in front of you. If you're like, I can buy this position, this position, and this position, and then you're like, I don't want to buy any of it. You had that opportunity to buy it, but then you chose not to. So, yeah, everybody has that opportunity to where we're going to see things blow up. We're going to see things become more adopted. And if you are investing, you know, what you don't need for food or rent or mortgage or all of your bills, you should be fine to sit on that and, play it out just like you would an ETF or an index fund, or, investing into the markets for, 20 years. Because if you invest into cryptocurrency for the next 10 years, you're going to see a massive return on what you have. $60,000 returning to $6 million, right? And that's what I'm looking for out of that. Hey, Matt, is crypto.com to delist Lunic? Yes, they are going to delist Lunic, but it's next month. It's not this month, it's next month. You ever think about putting your content on Spotify or Apple Music? There are not really many or any good crypto podcasts. So, no, because this is not really a podcast. If I was to do a podcast and have like a structured thing to where we talk about certain things and have a few people to where we talk about these things, like if I can get my brother into crypto and he can come over here and we can do a podcast every single week, that would be phenomenal. He doesn't really know a ton about crypto, but I could teach him throughout the process of learning about different cryptocurrencies. He's actually researching a couple of things, but maybe the problem is that he may not have, as much money to invest. But honestly, it's great to see it on both sides of the coin, to where you don't really have a ton to invest into the crypto market or want to invest a ton into the crypto market. But then as you learn about it, you start investing more and more. But I hope it's not just a form of gambling or anything like that. Like, that's not the mindset that I want to approach it with, because he does like sports gambling. So if he likes sports gambling, he may gamble on a lot of plays instead of throwing money into plays that you thoroughly research. But it would be cool to be able to have, maybe a crypto podcast and just talk about, you know, crypto overall. If that's the case, that's where I will upload it. And also, these things that I talk about on these live streams, I would love to be able to do, shorts and little clips of what I talk about in my live streams, and put those on a different channel. And I wanted to make it a clips channel, but it's a reaction channel right now, so I don't know. I would love someone to like edit all of those things. And I was even thinking about, hey, if this person edits it, as it does grow and gains a lot of attention and viewership and money and all that stuff, the person that edits it and posts it and all that stuff and learns about maybe the doing a thumbnail would get a certain percentage of it. So with uploading that, they would have access to uploading it. And then as we have the revenue that goes through, maybe they'll get 10 or 20% of that. As I'm producing the content, they would just clip it all together, or clip it in different sections and what I would talk about, and then post those things. If they post 10 different things during a live stream, that would be cool. But I don't have anybody that's willing to do that. Most people will want to work for a certain fee to start with. Like, it would be like $10 per video or whatever. And honestly, I don't know if those videos would make that right from the start. So yeah, that would be awesome. You can team up with some of the HG Access guys for a short podcast, more YouTube content. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, to literally have a podcast. But I wanted to make it more like personal, like not like in the studio here like this and do like a one-on-one type of thing. Like, I wanted to do something where it's like I'm sitting down on the couch, like we're comfortable, like it's like a true podcast and we're just chatting back and forth. It's not about really showing a bunch of different things that are happening there. Like, I want to be able to just sit down, have the camera set up, have the lighting set up, and then just chat it up. And maybe I'll do that once Hayden goes back to, or she goes to school, like she starts going to grade school. Then yeah, I could do that, and that would be cool. But right now, I don't think that's the case, because Hayden has to be down here with me while I'm working at times. And if I have cameras set up over there, she's gonna mess up those cameras or touch the cameras, and I just can't have that. Like, this is technically my whole studio, right? So, dude, hold the wheel. You're headed to the moon. You're talking about me? Hopefully. Pull up bite chart. Let's make your followers legends. Um, Eventually, I'll probably pull things up. But I know we are getting to having kind of the most concurrent viewers that we've had here in a while. But I think I need to go and get Harper on the bus very, very soon. And then Hayden's going to come down here. She's going to eat breakfast down here and all that stuff. And did you hear about Student Coin, Matt? No, I didn't. Student Coin org. Is it for like student loans? Is that what they're doing that for? Honestly, isn't a bad thought to have you pay off like student loans and stuff. That would be sick. You could always Zoom in for now and just have talks with other YouTubers or investors. Yeah, like I said, I don't really want to do like a Zoom type of thing. I feel like people, the most like popular podcasts are besides Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. I mean, I feel like that podcast has been amazing. The Nightcap podcast has been running and just been amazing. But when it comes to like popular podcasts and conversations, it's all about being there in person. It's all about being there one on one, seeing what's happening while you're sitting down having a conversation. It's a real conversation, but structured. I think that would be great to be able to have those conversations about crypto and what's happening in the world and again, make it real. My brother-in-law loves investing, and I try to explain crypto to him a little bit. He's invested in a little bit of it, but it fluctuates so much that it's just like, should I put real long-term money into it? And that's where we can have those conversations. And it's not about selling him on putting real long-term money into it. It's about understanding what some of these cryptocurrencies will be, you know? And I want to be able to explain that to some of these people that don't know about cryptocurrency overall. True, it does make a difference. Hey, at least you have a huge following, and if and when you do, I have a podcast studio. Yeah, exactly. So I do have like a whole area to where I could set it up and talk about because me and Erica used to have a podcast and we would talk about everything that happens in the world. And it was great. It was fantastic. We would get, maybe hundreds of views and stuff like that. And people were asking for it. They were like, when are you going to come back and, chat it up with Erica again? And I was like, I mean, if she doesn't want to, then she doesn't want to. I'm not going to make her do anything just because. Um, but she did like going through and even reading the comments and responding to the comments and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, I would like to have a podcast where it is consistent because consistency is the key. And if we can't be consistent, you're never going to grow. All right, guys, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to get Harper ready. I turned off the mic. So yeah, we'll go until probably about like 9 o'clock. And that's pretty much it. All right, give me a couple minutes or 10 minutes or so, 10 or 15 minutes. She loves you. All right. So, how's everybody doing today? Is anybody still here? Let's see what's happening in the crypto market. Any crypto news that we need to talk about? Oh, this seems to be interesting. I will never use them again. Who are you talking about? 5K is healthy. I'm trying to. Oh, 5K of XRP. Yeah, I think, like I said in my previous video, I feel like 1,000 is all you really need to hold. Anyone holding Gala? I'm holding a little bit of Gala, yes. I have about $300 and I probably will have more, but I want to be able to get what I have as version 1 off of Coinbase. But yeah. Anyways, this is kind of interesting, right? So 18 US senators now stand with crypto Coinbase lobby group. A total of 18 senators now fall into the pro-crypto camp, according to analysts from Coinbase, or analysis from Coinbase. Advocate group stand with crypto. At least 18 senators in the U.S. Support crypto, according to a recent data from Coinbase's nonprofit advocacy, yeah, organization. Stand with crypto. Stand with crypto shows Republican Senator Cindy Loomis, Ted Burr, currently standing as the most pro-crypto politicians in the United States Senate, with Loomis, Luminous, touting 8 crypto bills and 184 public statements on crypto, while Burr boasts 8 bills and 24 statements. So, I mean, you have people that are pro crypto. I mean, leave her alone. If she wants to walk away, you got to let her go. Any less than 1,000 and you can't come to the wine mixer. No, that's not how that goes. Hold at least 2,000. I mean, it all depends on what you see within it, right? I see a ton of potential in what you can gain within it. 18 senators doesn't sound like a lot. That's true. It's not a lot, but to see any, it's always a start. You have to start somewhere. Remember that there was, only one cryptocurrency when it first got started, then 2, then 3, then 4, and 5. Now there are thousands. Of course, you'll see some supporting it now. The lobbyists are paying off. Wait, the lobbyists are paying off now. Like they're being paid off in order to support it. I mean, I guess I could see that as well. Um, let's see. Is there anything that is running more than, especially in the top 100, any crypto gems outside of the top 100, or even closer to the bottom of 100 that you you know not the bottom 100, but the bottom of the first 100 that people are interested in? Because I'm always looking for those gems, and I feel like in order to find a gem, you have to look outside of the top 100 or on the lower end. You know, so when I go and look at the bottom, you understand that some of these plays may be have more growth potential than you think, right? Like a Gala, like a an AR. Right, I've seen that as well. But I want to look for things that are in like maybe $100 million market cap, maybe on the third page. That's at a what market cap is it at? This is at a 21 billion-dollar market cap. That's not correct. Well, it's correct, but it's not correct to be there. Um, let's see. Bitcoin's a $6 billion market cap. but I want to see things that are at like $100 million market cap. Here we go. We got Prime, we got Solar, we got Wax, we got Bounce Token, which I still feel like is should be worth a lot more than where it is. I'm just upset that I didn't buy at the low because I didn't have any money to buy at the low. Like this is the problem, is that I didn't have a crazy amount to buy at those levels. And I saw Bounce Token. I've talked about Bounce Token way back when it first got introduced on Coinbase. I saw the opportunity of what that could be, with the low supply that it has of 10 million coins in total supply. And you're looking at a low price. Let's go ahead and look at the last year. You're looking at a low price here where it's at $4 or $3 or whatever, and it's up to $44. Like these are the things that I see. I know the position has its potential, and I know it can run, and that's why I'm invested into things like OMG. OMG, I feel like is a great play. Do I have a lot of it? No, I don't. I probably should, and I want to build up the ability to get that much of that. Now, Bounce, definitely had a ton of potential from where I saw this, right? When I saw this up in this level, I think it was down to like 14 where I made an investment, ended up rising, but then ended up falling back down. I took my money as things really started falling back down because, I kind of had to at those points. But you're looking at a very, very low spot. You're looking at a $3, $4 price point, and this has so much more potential than what we've seen here than even $60. Going from a $3 price point up to $60 is literally looking at a 20x return. That simple. And that still is only like, we're looking at market cap. Yes, that was at a 60 or 70 or maybe even 120 billion-dollar market cap, $100 billion market cap. We're looking at a 200 or $300 billion market cap. I know it had so much more upside, and that's where it comes where you have major dilution that plays into it as well. It's at a higher price, but less supply that's out there. But you have 10 million total coins. You're looking at this and how far it can go. It can go so much further. So Bounce Token is one that I will be continuously watching. I want to be a part of it and want to have some of it, but I just feel like there's a lot of them that I missed the boat, you know? Like it has so much more upside, but I feel like there's opportunities out there that I can find those. And I think, you're going to have plays like maybe Grok or plays like, and they're not the same. They're definitely different because one's a meme coin and one actually has, some utility to it. But we're looking at, an OMG network. That could be one that does play out to be, pretty big and doesn't only double or triple or quadruple, but 10x return within those. So there's so many different plays. SUI, CFX, currently sitting at 47. I don't know if I would consider that as like a gem. Yes, it is at a $1.5 billion market cap, but and you're looking at 10% of or 11% of the total supply that is out there. So it's something that may bother me a little bit, being able to be diluted 9 times over. It's not really the best situation, but if you see a short-term opportunity, that could be the right play. You said CFX. That's on the lower end of the top 100, which is definitely good. An infinite amount of max supply, so that's something you might want to worry about a little bit. But when it comes to circulating the total supply, you're basically seeing majority of that supply that is out there. It's definitely good, and you're seeing about an $896 million market cap. Definitely not on the lower end supply here, or a lower end market cap. It's on the higher end, seeing a $900 million market cap. I want to see something that's a lot lower, that has a lot more potential to grow, because you look at all the different plays that we've seen, in the past. We've seen a Caspa come out of nowhere and go from being worth $20 million to $2 billion. We've seen, Bonk that goes from $10 million to $2 billion. So many different plays that will give you that lower potential or max potential with a lower market cap. So less than $100 million ones that show maybe a little bit of popularity use case wise. You can push it like I know a Jasmine coin is at like a 300, 200 or 300 million dollar market cap, but it can go so much further. Um, and it's still kind of within that range. It's not the level that I'm looking for right now. I do have Jasmine coin, but it's not the level I'm looking for right now when it comes to these gems. I'm looking for something that has less than $100 million market cap, but billion-dollar potential. CRO is ramping up their customer service at the moment and ad campaigns. Of course, the Super Bowl is coming up. Love watching those degens make money. I love watching investors make money, and hopefully, um, people are like, if you look at my plays that I have a decent amount of plays, and some of them are based on what the utility will be, and some of them may be based on some, being a meme. But a lot of them that are on Coinbase are based on more of the utility, right? XRP definitely, Jasmine coin of what the potential utility could be. Krill coin having those automated bots, the trading bots, and the utility that happens there, and the growth potential um, based on the amount of supply that's out there. Harvest Finance, the amount of supply and utility as well. Cardano, obviously utility. AVAX, utility. Shiba Inu is the kind of lone meme coin that's over here on Coinbase. And then you have, Anchor, utility. Teller, utility. Cosmos, utility. ALCX, that's more of just like a one of those gems that I thought that does have a push to it, as well as API 3. I've been looking at that and wanted to invest more because that's been a positive gainer for me. That's been amazing. I wanted to continue to buy more API 3. It's currently at $3.11, and I feel like that's going to be maybe the next play that I throw a little bit more into, to have quite a bit. I feel like I would love to have 1,000, but that would also be $3,000 that I would invest into that position. So it's risking quite a bit. I have 100 right now, and I think 100 will get you a lot when it comes to gains. But yeah, that's what's crazy about it, is a lot of people think that it's all about investing into meme plays and plays that have no, maybe no utility now, but could potentially have a utility. But no, I mean, I invest some money into those plays where it's like Grok doesn't really have a utility, but I invested a lot of money into that. Um, Terra Luna Classic, you would think you would want the chain to have utility, and I think that's more of a utility play as well. But I have things like Grok, I have things like Shiba Inu, Bonk, Solana, well, Solana meme coins. Um, I'm thinking about getting AVAX meme coins where you have COQ Inu storage. I did look at storage, or HT. What's HT? FTX is going to burn for a little while. I don't know what that means. Like they're going to burn their tokens, or you're saying they're going to burn like struggle? Um, HT. So this is an exchange token that's outside of the top 100, looking at a 400 or almost $500 million market cap, still above that range, but circulating supply is a problem, right? They can offer as much circulating supply as possible, especially as an exchange token. That's not good to see. um, but short term, you could see some push, you could see some potential with it. But let's check if we look at the market cap over time, right? If we look at everything and how this has gone. So this was at a $34 price point, currently is at a $2 price point. If we, it doesn't look like they have major dilution. The only dilution that you've seen was from here to here, where it was sitting at a $6 billion market cap. So I don't know if they're truly adding a ton, but it doesn't mean that they won't ever do it. So just there's always an issue with the circulating supply versus the total supply. I don't want to be diluted, and I know a lot of people don't want to be diluted as well. That's kind of the old way of looking at things, is having that ability to, like say when you start out with Bitcoin, like there's basically nothing that's there, and people are mining it. As you mine it, it's easier and easier to mine. So, it's at a certain price, but you don't think it's ever going to get to a crazy price because of the overall dilution. Throughout that time, it was all about people mining it. And as they mined it, it would create more value for it, right? And that's not the process now, especially as you have proof of stake, as you have different consensuses. That's not really the value now, where if you see a low circulating supply, it doesn't mean that it's going to be insanely positive based on that circulating supply. Um, it's it means that you have dilution now. So that's something that always sits different with me. Even investing into Celestia, I understand that they have a longer process to where that will be released, and that's the only reason why I'm still holding on to it right now, is because it has growth potential without being diluted. Um, so yeah, you always have to look into that heavily to make sure you're not being heavily diluted. And again, some of these plays are up in the top, 100 or 200, and sitting at a multiple $100 million market cap. Like storage is a little bit better, sitting at a $274 million market cap, and seeing majority of the supply or all the supply that basically is out there. That's not something I have to worry about dilution wise. And if you look at all history, it has shown this at a way higher price of a $3.10 price. Not a crazy move from where we are, but it would have been a crazy move from down here at 25 cents. Um, if you look at that, it did have dilution from here to here. You're seeing kind of that same price of $2.50, but you're seeing a lower market cap here, and that means that you had less supply there and you have more supply now. Um, Nothing really from there on though, so not really major dilution, and you're seeing that right now you don't really have ability to dilute really anything. Um, but it can definitely move quite a bit. I don't know what the overall upside is. You would have to look into more of the utility side of it to understand that. But yeah. Good morning, Matt. Do you know where the most people are moving their Lunic who purchase on crypto.com to? Like where are they moving it to? I've heard of, if I had to take a poll out of the people that told me exactly where things are going, most people have stated that they're going over to Terra Station. Some have asked me, hey, is there ability to go anywhere else exchange wise? And I said Kraken, so you could buy on Kraken or trade it to Kraken, and you'll be able to have it there. So some people have gone there, but I would probably say most people were going over to the station wallet and holding it there and deeming that as the safest bet. Um, but it does suck because it takes away a selling option. I moved mine to Terra Station. Yeah, but when you transfer, you search for the Classic Network to see your tokens. Yes, you have to be on the Classic Network in order to see your tokens. Was there CRO staking news? Daisy, get out of here. Was there CRO staking news? I thought I saw someone mention it. I haven't seen anything about that. Like any new staking news here for CRO. I've been investing into $10 a day for CRO, which is always a good thing, and it's been great. I mean, it's only $10, but I wanted to do something that was sustainable. I know people have said, hey, why don't you do $20 and why don't you do it on crypto.com? Well, just to clear things up, which I'm probably going to have to clear things up multiple times, the reason why I'm doing it on Coinbase rather than crypto.com is because I wanted to be able to track it separately. I want to see what the gains will be overall separately than what I have with my CRO. If you don't know, I have about 91 or 92,000 CRO that's over there, and I plan on buying. I want to hold 100,000, so there may be a chance to where I end up purchasing more to get to 100,000. But then I also want to buy $10 a day worth of CRO to continuously add to my overall bag. And I don't think it's ever going to stop. I said until it was like 25 cents, but I don't think it's ever going to stop. I think I'm going to continue to buy it, continue to hold $10, continue to do what I need to do, and see what that ends up being worth. It's only $10 here and there. treat it like an ETF and just do it for my lifetime, right? Where we'll be basically investing $300 every single month into CRO overall. And some people have asked me, why don't I just do it per week so I don't really incur the same, like the larger fees? And I think that will take away from it, take away from the process and how that is. So technically, while I'm investing $10 a day, I'm investing $9 a day. If I could find a way to get Terra, or not Terra, if I could find a way to get USDT, for some reason I couldn't think of it, USDT, then I will invest with Coinbase Pro, which means it'll be like pennies that I end up, incurring there by buying. But I have something set up as a recurring buy, so it's going to charge me 99 cents each time, which does suck, because that's $30 over the month that could go directly into CRO. But I think it's the process that matters. And yeah, I know people have told me about, doing Coinbase, what's it called? Coinbase One. But I don't make many trades on there. So yes, it would, no matter what, I would make some trades and I would make my money back because they're taking out $1 every time. Is anyone canceling Coinbase One because it goes to $30 a month? I thought it was already at $30 a month. I thought it was 29.99 or something. I tried Helium Miner and it was a joke. And after 6 months of nothing, or 6 months, nothing was transferred to my account. So I unplugged it. 6 months, nothing was. Did you put it up in your, like? You got to put it like up high in your room. Put it like closer to the ceiling. Margex has been super fun to play with. Absolutely, I love what Margex has to offer. I currently have a bunch of different plays over here. Some that range from being down $17 to being down, or sorry, being up $17, being down 60, being up 100, up 13, up 18, whatever, right? But the overall, what I'm trying to do, the overall goal is a long-term goal, right? Long-term move within these plays. And honestly, I wanted to consistently invest into more. Um, and I think I probably will. I probably will do more 5X's and let those live out long term. Right? If I'm taking $100 or $200 at a 5X, I'm looking at $1,000 I'm investing into there, and we could see that growth potential based off of that $1,000, but only risk the $200 that we have, which is phenomenal. But you're also getting maybe liquidated a lot sooner instead of going all the way down to zero to get completely liquidated. You would go down to a maybe 20% loss on that price. So yeah, that's a long time. That is a long time. My 20x long on Sol has been performing great. Has it? Just make sure when you have a higher X's of leverage like that, make sure you're taking your profits when you need to take your profits, right? Um, don't don't get caught um, don't get caught holding on to something that you feel like you've gained, 100% or 200% or whatever. I've been in that situation, and while this is a process, it's a long-term process. I've been liquidated on some of those plays. I've been liquidated a few times thanks to Grayscale. Yeah, I hate how far it drops, but the problem is that, or the good thing is that when you find it at these levels, like low levels, and you feel like it can absolutely explode from these low levels here, this once it does explode and get way past it, you're never going to see those levels again. So kind of like you looking at a level of like 30 or 20, like say if you invested here at 22 and just saw it through and let it run all the way up to 40. Right now you have, like, it's not saying there's no way that you're going to be liquidated, but it's you're fairly certain that there is a large chance that you will not be liquidated, right? So That's kind of how that is. Currently up 87% on my Sol. Yeah, I'm up. I think the highest percentage that I'm up right now is 36% on one of the plays. But you know, I'm also down some plays. Like one on XRP, I'm down quite a bit. But I have a feeling XRP is just going to be worth, the current price of XRP has come down quite a bit. Let's look at the market. I mean, it says the price. That's the only thing that I could say that Margex does do. There's a large difference between coin market cap and Margex, where Margex may be at 51 and coin market cap's at 52 or 53 or something. Which is a difference based on the people that are trading in there, the buys and asks, right? The sell orders, the limit orders, and all that stuff that are going through on this specific platform. I'm up 166% on Sol and took profits already. Guess how many times I bought in too early to see this return? Guess how many times I bought in too early to see this return? I lost a little too. Well, yeah, you have to. It's kind of a trial and an error, right? Liquidation price is $77, which won't happen. Yeah, my liquidation price for I think Sol is $72.62. I feel like it's definitely super high. I didn't think that I would get liquidated for my BTC investment. I do have another BTC investment that's at 37. So actually bring that up. Yeah, it's at 37 or 38, but I got liquidated on one that was at 39, and I didn't think it would go from 49 down to 39, but honestly, it happened 8 times. Was it a low amount that you put in every time? You learn by losing money. I'm sorry to say. you have to, right? I've lost money short term, and I think what I've learned from it was different processes on how on and when to take my profits in crypto, because crypto is a lot different than the stock market, right? If the stock market starts running, it finds some level of consistency, right? In the crypto market, anything could happen with any position, and all of it flows off of, any bad news, everything will flow in the wrong direction, right? But the good thing is, if you feel as though something like that is coming on, you can always double down, and not double down with like buying low and seeing it like average in or anything like that, but short the market here. Shorting the market, you're not putting yourself in any more danger if you're shorting the market as well as buying long. And I think shorting the funny thing is, they say that the market goes down a lot more than it goes up, and that's very true. So if you see an opportunity to short it, short the position, make it short term, get out of that play. This would have been the perfect opportunity to do that at 50,000, and I didn't do it, so I sort of learned a valuable lesson there, because I could have done that. I could have made a boatload short term by doing that. Even if I did get liquidated, I could have grabbed a ton of not only BTC but everything in the market. You have to put money in a watch and ask. Watch asking is great, but nobody can time the market. You guys buy in and read reports. I lost $80 so far because Grayscale kept selling off. I think there's just a lot more than just that, but yeah, that's a part of it. I'm up like 30%. Give me like 45 minutes uh, and I'll be up 60%. Sorry, that was horrible. I mean, I'm not the best at reading things all together, I swear I see, like, I've never been diagnosed as dyslexic, but I can guarantee I would be if I, it's so bad at times. I started with 300 in an account, went down to 120, and now it's been climbing. Again, you have to learn from it, and I think the best way that you learn from things is by trading with a small amount and a low leverage, right? Understanding how the markets moves, and also put your indicators in there. Whatever indicators you believe are going to be strong enough for you, put those indicators in there. Put those lines in the chart, do that technical analysis, break it down for yourself. And if it doesn't work, then something went wrong within that analysis. And then you figure out what went wrong in that analysis, and now you can change it up for the next time. I'm learning. I done some longs and some shorts, $20 each time. Lost and made a couple dollars. So you lost and made a couple of dollars. That's good if you're learning from it. I'm dyslexic with numbers. A lot of times, if you don't notice in my videos and while I'm talking about things, I'll say numbers that aren't even there, or I'll say numbers that are at the end of it. Like I'll be like, oh, it's Ethereum's at 3,200. I'm like, oh, okay, no, 2,244. So yeah, I really have to take my time, but I try and speed through a lot of things to make sure that we don't have any wasted time. But don't use money that you can lose. Yeah. I mean, there's a way to go about it where you can take literally $5 if you wanted to. You can take $10 and invest into any play that you want to at a up to 100x. Now, just know that you have to find, for you being at a 100x investment, you have to find the absolute bottom and the absolute top, right? And if you're looking to short the position, you find the absolute top to be at 100x. If you're not at 100x, or if you're not at the absolute top, then don't short it 100x. Short it whatever you believe it still has a chance to, push up to resist from, right? Same thing for the bottom. You don't go to 100x if you're at if you don't believe you're at the true bottom. If you believe you're at the true bottom, then you can go 100x. But I also wouldn't risk everything that you have on that play, because it's 100x, right? You're taking $1,000, and that could be $100,000 that you're investing it with. Now, if you had $1,000 to throw, make sure that you find the absolute bottom, because that could be a banger play for you, but you have to take all risk into account. You have to take all risk into the account, because it's so difficult to feel like you have like to invest $1,000 and know that you have a chance of losing absolutely every single dime of that $1,000 that you put into in a matter of minutes as it does come down. So if you find it at its lows and you invest $1,000 into it at 100x, you better be careful. You better be damn sure that that is going to make a move. I would recommend starting out with $100 at 25% for each trade, 10x until you learn the charts. I would recommend less. I would recommend you start out with maybe 5 trades at a $10 a piece, 5x investment. And don't do them all simultaneously. Do them one after another, or do two and then do another do and then do another one, but just learn what you are doing. And you can even start with $5. But the point is that learn what you are doing, and learn how much this is going to grow. Set your profit targets, set your stop loss, all of those things. On Margex, what does the percentage scale do for you? The percentage scale is how much you're investing into it. So if you go on Margex, and let's say I have LTC, or I have Tether, right? If I go to Tether and I have a certain amount, I would say, all right, well, I have 100x, but I only want to invest 25% of my money into that at 100x, right? So that's what it's going to give me, and it's going to say that whatever money I'm investing into it, I'm investing that at 100x. So probably $86 or something like that. $86 at a 100x to get me $8,621 that I'm investing with if I decide to do that at a 100x. But you can also do that at a 5x, right? And you just adjust the scale, and you would say at a 20. Make sure you always adjust this scale, because after you set your leverage, it will stay the same until you decide to adjust your scale. So just make sure you adjust it. But yeah, you can do whatever you feel is necessary, and I can invest absolutely everything at a 5x return or a 5x leverage, and that's what it'll give me. Very simple to use. And make sure you're doing isolated, not cross. If you do cross, then what they're going to do is pull from everything else that you have in your Tether account balance. So like if you only wanted to invest 25 or 24% of what you have at a 5x leverage, and you do cross, which they'll change that, right? You have a certain amount and you'll invest that, but then they will basically say, we're going to pull from whatever else you have left in there if you get a point to where you're liquidated. Oh, we got a super chat? Thank you for that super chat. Hey, Matt, have you been following the massive green candle on Pulse Chain for the past couple of weeks? I have not. Has it been like a God candle? That's fantastic. Oh, it's not Pulse. Pulse. I said I was going to go to 9 o'clock, and I think I'm going to be done in like a couple of minutes. But so I don't know what I'm looking at and looking for here. So no, I haven't been following it. I don't even know what I'm looking for. We have a $200 million lotto draw in Australia on Thursday, and I could become a crypto whale. You could. I would play the lottery all the time. I can tell you that I haven't. Like I wanted to, and I always wanted to do that, but the machine that I go to just to play it as a game, a statistical chance to do so. I'm looking at the statistical outcomes of playing the lottery every single time it plays, and playing 5 different draws, which would be $100 a month or something like that, and what you should win out of it. Ultimately, it should be able to make up the difference. It's just going to take a long time for you to get to that point to be able to play that many draws to do it, right? So the machine that I went to wouldn't let you trade within the lottery for some reason. I guess it was down, and the odds are definitely way against you. But it's always something that always piqued my interest. I did like papers on it in college throughout one of my statistics classes. It was all about trying to see or kind of game the system within the lottery and see if you could do that. And there are people that have tried, and people that have stated that they could, and they've won the lottery multiple times. And I think that's always something that's piqued my interest a little bit. Your prizes are much bigger, I believe. Sometimes. I mean, it's because they made the lottery more difficult to win. So the lottery can get up to $1 billion or $2 billion because nobody wins, because they have so many numbers and so many options there. But statistically, it doesn't make sense how people don't win during these times, because you have multiple millions of people, like literally hundreds of millions of plays. So with that being said, based on the statistical breakdown being 300 million to 1, right? 300 plus million to 1, you have 200 million that are playing here and 200 million that are playing there, somebody should win out of those two draws. If you have 200 million people that are playing the lottery, and it's not even about 200 million people that are playing the lottery, it's about 200 million draws, right? I don't know exactly what the numbers are on the draws, but I know you have a lot of people that are playing multiple draws. Like I would play 5 each time, meaning that it's like playing for 5 people. So I don't know how many people are actually drawing, but you have a lot, and statistically, it should be that people should win more often. Winners are always in California or New York. Yeah, it seems that way. But I'm not looking. This is the thing: is that people are always looking for the overall winner of it. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for 5 numbers, right? 5 numbers gets you $1 million. That's fantastic. And if I can play statistically, like I can continue to play and spend $100 every single month, every year I would spend $1,200 on the lottery, right? Meaning that it would take me about, if I look at 100 years, right, that would be $100,000. And if I can win within 100 years, which I most likely won't be alive at that point, I'll be 130. So that's not gonna happen. But within 100 years, you should win the $1 million at least, maybe even multiple times. So that's the thing, is if you continue to play the same numbers, statistically, it has to be in your favor, because those numbers didn't hit last week, and the odds of those hitting within the same numbers hitting within the next 5 years in a row is not happening. It hasn't happened ever. So that means that every single time that you play numbers, or every single time that they draw numbers and it's not your winning number, your odds get a little bit better. You know what I mean? Just a little bit better. It's not crazy better. The odds, the overall odds are still the same, but it gets a little bit better because you know that those numbers in a row that just played last week will not hit in the next 5 years. Same thing for the next one, same thing for the next one. But, that's how that goes. So like I said, I wrote a paper on this and did a whole project based on all of this. Love the caption. Thank you. Matt, doesn't the community of Shiba Inu make the rules? Can't the community have a vote to burn? So no, the community does not make the rules. It's completely decentralized. It's based on just the community that makes investments. The contract can't be changed. Nothing. The only thing that you could see is burns through exchanges. Like if exchanges said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and burn Shiba Inu, then it could work that way. But we don't have any say on whether majority of the transactions that go through can burn. Good question though. If we all chipped in $1,000, we could all own a racehorse. I don't want to own a racehorse. The upkeep, I don't want to own it. 3 or more numbers, you win. Yeah, but you don't win a lot at that point. I gotta work in the morning. All right. Yeah, because I gotta go anyways. I gotta start recording some things and get something up and posted. Go on my golf channel and make a video there. But guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. Check out my Margex link if you guys want to start trading on Margex. Honestly, it's a really, really good platform. I really like it. We've been talking about it for the past 25 minutes or so. Yeah, definitely check out the links in the description. Check out the link down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Sorry for anybody that was on X and I didn't answer your comments, or anybody that was on Rumble. I really just got back on here and we were talking about everything. I got a downvote on Rumble. That's impressive. That means I truly have I've truly have made it over on Rumble if I have a downvote. So thank you. Anyways, I was into golf. Yep. Into golf. I have a golf channel. You want to check it out. Matt Perry Golf. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.